All right, today we are diving deep into a topic that is absolutely exploding right now. Running powerful AI just like ChatGPT, but doing it locally on your own computer with total, complete privacy. We're going to rank all 7 of the best tools out there to help you build the perfect setup for yourself.
I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? We all love what these incredible AI models can do, but there's always that little voice in the back of your head asking, where's my data going? What if you could get all that power with none of the privacy trade-offs? Well, the good news is, you totally can.
So to figure this out, we went ahead and put all 7 of the major players in the local AI space through their paces. This is not just another list, okay? This is the definitive guide to finding the absolute best tool for you and what you need. So let's jump in and find your perfect match.
Okay, first things first, let's meet the players in the game. These are the 7 key tools that are making private, local AI a reality for everyone right now.
In the ring, we've got Ollama, the powerhouse engine, Open WebUI, the slick, feature-packed dashboard, LM Studio, the super user-friendly option, Jan.ai, the champion of offline privacy, Anything LLM, the one built for teams, GPT-4All, the simple one-click starter, and Text Generation Web UI for the absolute power users. Each one has its own vibe, so let's see how they stack up.
And now, the main event. We've sorted all of these into a tier list, S, A, and B. And we're starting at the top with Tier S, which, for us, means these are the absolute essentials.
Look, these aren't just good tools. We see them as foundational. If you're serious about building the best possible private AI experience, these S-tier tools are pretty much non-negotiable.
So coming in at the #1 spot is Ollama. Now, here's the key thing you have to understand about Ollama. It isn't an app you click on with a fancy interface. It's the engine. It's the core piece of software that actually runs and manages the AI models on your machine. Think of it like a car's engine. Without it, you're not going anywhere. But you still need a steering wheel and seats to actually use it. That's why Ollama is the indispensable foundation for basically everyone.
And what's the perfect pairing for our #1 engine? Well, that's our #2, Open WebUI. This is hands down the best, most feature-rich, most beautiful interface you can put on top of Ollama. It's got incredible features like RAG, that stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation, which basically means you can have the AI read and pull information from your own documents. Plus, it has multi-user support. It's just so polished. If you want the absolute best user experience, this is it.
All right, let's move on down to our A tier. Now, these tools are fantastic, really top-of-the-line options. They just tend to excel in more specific areas, which might make them the perfect choice depending on what you're looking for.
Kicking off Tier A, we've got LM Studio. So what's the whole deal with this one? One word, simplicity. It has this gorgeous, super intuitive graphical interface that makes finding, downloading, and running models just easy. If you're not a super technical person and just want something that works beautifully out of the box, LM Studio is the gold standard.
Next up is Jan.ai, and its killer feature is baked right into its core philosophy. It is offline first. Jan is built from the ground up so that it can be 100% offline. Not a single byte of data ever needs to leave your computer. So if your #1 non-negotiable priority is maximum privacy, well, Jan.ai was literally made for you.
And rounding out our A tier is Anything LLM. This tool has carved out a really specific and super important niche for itself. It's all about teams and businesses. Its standout feature is multi-user workspaces. That allows your whole team to securely and privately work together on AI projects. It's basically the go-to enterprise solution for local AI.
And finally, that brings us to Tier B. Now, don't let the B fool you. These are really solid, capable tools. They just happen to serve more specific niche audiences. They might not be for everybody, but for the right person, they are the perfect fit.
First up in Tier B is GPT-4All. And look, if you thought LM Studio was user-friendly, GPT-4All takes simplicity to a whole new level. It is a single, all-in-one desktop app. You download it, you run it, that's it. There's almost zero setup. It is, without a doubt, the easiest possible way for an absolute beginner to get their feet wet.
And at #7, we've got the legendary Text Generation Web UI, though you'll often hear people call it by its creator's handle, Ubobugo. This is the tool for the tinkerers, the experimenters, the technical experts. It gives you the deepest level of control and the most advanced settings to play with, but that power comes with a much steeper learning curve.
It's the ultimate playground for power users.
Okay, so a straight ranking from 1 to 7 is great, but let's be real, the best tool really depends on what you're trying to do. So let's break this down by category and see who wins for specific use cases.
So, who takes home the trophy in each event? As you can see, for the absolute best all-around experience, the Ollama and Open WebUI combination is just unbeatable. Just starting out and want it easy? LM Studio is your winner. Need 100% maximum privacy? Jan.ai is your champion. Working with a team? Anything LLM is the clear choice, no question. And for just raw power and customization, it's a toss-up between Open WebUI and TextGen WebUI, depending on how deep you want to dive.
Okay, we've got the rankings, we've got the category winners. Now let's turn all this info into something super practical and help you find your perfect match right now.
You know, a huge factor for most of us is just how hard is this stuff to set up? Well, here's the map. On the super easy end of the spectrum, you've got apps like GPT for All, LM Studio, and Jan.ai. These are basically just applications you download and run. Easy peasy. Then you level up a bit. Ollama itself is pretty straightforward, but you'll need a few extra steps to connect it to something like Open WebUI. And then, all the way at the deep end, you have text generation WebUI for the most hands-on, complex setup.
So let's make this dead simple. Here's your decision guide. If your number one priority is just make it easy, grab LM Studio or GPT for All. If you're thinking, I absolutely have to be offline, then you want Jan.ai. If you're working with a team, anything LLM is purpose-built for you. And for pretty much everyone else who wants that perfect balance of power and amazing features, the S-tier combo of Ollama and Open WebUI is the way to go.
Which, of course, brings us to our final recommendation. After all of this testing, all the ranking, what is the single best setup for most people who want a powerful, private, and incredible AI experience?
The ultimate setup isn't a single tool. It's a stack. You use Ollama as that foundational, rock-solid AI engine we talked about. Then you put Open WebUI right on top of it to be your beautiful, feature-packed dashboard. This combination, it really gives you the best of everything. You get stability, you get amazing model management, and you get a world-class user interface.
So there you have it. You now have the complete map to the entire world of private local AI. We've gone through all the contenders, the definitive rankings, and the best setups for basically every need you could have. So the only question left is, which path are you going to choose?